Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. In this video, I would like to show an artifacts deck that I've built mostly just by playing the ladder, seeing how people play their own artifacts deck that recently got really popular. Now, frankly, this deck was very viable even before this card Simulacrum Synthesizer came out. Um, but with this a 3 mana artifact, our Azorius artifacts actually became extremely viable because it's very easy to proc Simulacrum Synthesizer, since whenever an artifact with mana value 3 or greater enters the battlefield under your control, create a construct token with this creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact you control. So things get out of hand very quick now, even quicker than they used to be with Thousand Moon Smithy. Now, frankly, Thousand Moon Smithy has more of a, I guess, possibility with it, since you can blink it with Eternal Wonder constantly, you can turn it into a land and then only spend 1 mana and get your similar effect. It creates a token with creature token with this creature's power and toughness are each equal to the number of artifacts and or creatures you control. So almost identical effect, but this one I think is a little bit easier to proc, and this one is a little bit more consistent once you get it out and transform this into a land. But besides that, we've got Urza, which I think is a must in any Azorius artifact stack. You meld it with Mightstone, Weakstone, and you get a nice little Planeswalker. We've got Clayfire Bricks for that early game life gain, get us some lands. In fact, Clayfire Bricks is the reason we only run 21 lands in here, right? So we don't need too many lands. Now, unfortunately, Clayfire Bricks only fetches us plains and not islands. So we've got way more plains in here actually. But if you look at our deck, these right here are our only blue cards, so we don't really need too much blue. Now, I decided to add Braided Net for some extra control over the game to disable some planeswalkers, and then it becomes an amazing card draw engine later on. And it has an amazing recursion since you put it back third from the top in your library after you use it for the card draw. We've got 3 Fabrication Foundries in here as our 2 mana ramp. We've got some Get Lost, some March of Otherworldly Light, and Spring-Loaded Sawblades for our removal. We've got No Witnesses, Sunfall, and 1 Unstable Cliff Bridge as our sweepers of choice. We've got our finishers, or top ends, I guess, which is Portal to Phyrexia and Chumel the Inner Sun. And we also got Eternal Wanderer, which is an amazing planeswalker in a artifact deck, because it helps you blink stuff like Thousand Moon Smithy, Clayfire Bricks, right? And we've got Elish Norn to double effects of our permanents entering the battlefield. So if you have Elish Norn on a battlefield and you drop Mightstone, Weakstone, you can draw 4 cards, or you can draw 2 cards and make a creature get -5/-5 an opponent controls to kill some creature off real quick. Right, so a really nice synergistic deck we've got here. Our mana base has 2 Myrixes, a Hall of Taxon for that for creating tapped Power Stone tokens, 1 Field of Ruin, and then just a little bit of dual lands to fix our mana, 3 islands, Fair Basilisk to get that card draw if we really need it, and then Hidden Courtyard to discover 4 in a pinch. Right, so that's about how this deck goes, and let's play some games and see how it performs. Now, you probably have seen this sort of deck on a ladder or just in regular play queue quite often, but I believe this specific deck in particular has a lot of artifact synergies, and it's not just Simulacrum Synthesizer and like something like really basic. to proc it, and that's it. I think this is a very nice artifact centered deck, and I hope you watch the video and you see how the games play out, and I hope you enjoy this deck and perhaps give it a try if you have the needed things for it, the needed cards or wild cards for it. Now let's get into some games and see how it goes. Okay, so we've got our first game already. Um, Very interesting hand. We've got a little bit of ramp, we've got a lot of land, and we've got some removal. Honestly, I say this is a keep. This is a really nice hand in my opinion because you don't want to struggle with lands. This deck has ways to get lands, but it's always nice to start off with extra lands since chances are you will draw something that's 3 or more mana. Yeah, like what is this? What am I supposed to do with Chimmel on turn 2? I guess we'll just go another planes and drop our Fabrication Foundry and pass the turn. I mean, there's no reason to attack with our 0-3. We're going against Azorius. They used the fetch land earlier. I'm kind of worried. Oh my god, Portal to Phyrexian. Kind of worried that this is gonna be a control deck, since it will be really hard to play against the control deck. Now, while we are, oh my god, green, okay. That kind of deck, okay, yeah, that's gotta go. We're really bad on mana. Or rather, we're good on mana, we're turn 4 and not miss the land drop and we have a little bit of ramp, but everything we got is just so expensive. So this is some green, blue, white control, I'm assuming, because playing High Noon is really not something you would do in the regular deck unless you're control. Get a little bit of that water. They're scrying and drawing a card. Broker's Hideout. Wait a minute. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. Wow. Sunfall. We're really not in a good spot, huh? Well, I guess I'll just attack with my Mirix token. Very interesting. Okay. That's sad. Aftermath Analyst. That's really odd. Let's take a look. Make your own luck. Okay. Let's pass the priority. Get our Mirix working. Well, we've got something to play, I guess. Clayfire Bricks. No reason to attack, it'll just die. Now I'm not gonna lie, that temporary lockdown really messed it up. Because now we can't use our market node to craft, and we can't use Fabrication Foundry to, I guess, ramp us up. It's just gone now. It's quite upsetting. Our opponent doesn't even want to attack. And they put an upkeep stop for us for some reason. Have we seen any counter spells? Not yet. I'm a little concerned about dropping Thousand Moon Smithy right now. Also, did I forget to make a token on their turn? Yeah, I guess I did. Okay. Okay, so I guess they left up open mana just to sacrifice their Aftermath Analyst. And turn. Oh boy, another temporary lockdown. Okay. Oh, okay, that's really interesting. Let's see what they take. So they pulled it outside of the game. Doppelgang. What's their plan? Are they gonna use it on their lands? Where is them? They're tapped out, so I'll just do that. Now the biggest difference between Thousand Moon Smoothie actually and Simulacrum Synthesizer is that the creature's power and toughness are not just equal to the number of artifacts we control, but also creatures. Okay, what? Well, that's upsetting, but I guess we've got a 6/6 now. Yeah, that's sad. Gex. Oh, sorry. Jing attacks us. Ugh. I constantly confuse them. Damn it. Well, I guess I'll just attack. He was thinking about it, for sure. I'm not gonna cast any spells, since all of it is either gonna get killed, or worst case scenario, exiled, I guess, with temporary lockdown. Fabrication Foundry, I don't want to counter by the thing. Oh my god. Okay, so we're playing against a really, really weird deck. Steal from existence to take out 6/6. Alright, I don't know what I'm playing against, but this is really weird. Okay. So let's get our spell countered and kill this. Yeah, Jingataxius is really annoying, but at least we had a cheap way to deal with it. Unfortunately, we did lose our ramp, but we've already lost a bunch of stuff. So he just made his own Mirrex, copying mine. Wow. And he just grabbed more Doppelgang. And make your luck. Okay. Let's drop down our Chimmel. So at least our spells cannot be countered. Market Gnome, sure. Unfortunately, where is it? Well, guess we won't see it. Oh, one with the multiverse. That's not good. How did he cast it? Excuse me? I'm confused. Where is he getting this? He he just got it out of nowhere, I guess. Wow, what? Our opponent is gonna use a doppelgang again. Yep, he's touching up on every single thing he has. really wants to use the doppelganger to his best. Yup. Yep, he really wants my Chimmel gun. Alright, well, I think that's game. Our opponent is way too far ahead on the board. That's upsetting. He's got a bunch of one with the multiverses. Got a bunch of land. I mean, what can I say? Things like this happen. You just run into these kinds of decks occasionally. I don't know. Guess let's get on to our next match. This was a really, really disappointing first match. No, honestly, I don't think I should have stayed in that game for much longer than I have, actually. Okay, this is an interesting hand. I've got a little bit of way to get some lands. My stone, weak stone, and Urzam, so I guess I'll try keep this. But yeah, we really shouldn't have stayed in that game. It was... I mean, after the first doppelganger, you just know your opponent is really far ahead. I mean, with the amount of land he just generated out of nowhere, and then he just pulled the one with the multiverse and portal to Phyrexia out of nowhere. I mean, alright. Now, we're playing against black, so dropping Urza right now is going to be very dumb. So I'll just draw up Braided Net. Shieldred. Understandable. Yep. Draw. Do we have any important turn for plays? Yes, we've got Azumut Smithy. So let's drop a Dark Heart Wastes and create a 4/4. I guess I'll tap there. Shield it so it doesn't attack. Now we are go for the throw proof, I guess, because it's an artifact. Oh, here's Downfall. I guess we're not safe from that. Okay, let's see what's our draw. Alish Norn. That would be great. Let's try drop that down. See how it survives. Yep, it dies. Okay. Now we've got my stone, weak stone, and Urza. So at the very least, okay, synthesizer. Wow. What do I want to do? Do I want to draw some cards? No, I definitely gotta kill something. Because if I don't, next turn I'm gonna get the beating. Now our opponent is down to 2 cards and probably ripped it off up the top of the library, the usual. Draw again. Great. Lose to life. Love it. Do we have enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 from that. That's not enough, so now let's drop Simulacrum. Um, no. I'll put it away. Another land would be nice, but let's put that away because we want to Chimmel. We want to hit a board wipe with our Chimmel. And we don't hit a board wipe, but we've got to mark it now. That's great, I guess. Now, he's definitely not going to want to attack with a Shieldred. But whatever else he attacks with, I am totally fine. Now we're gonna lose quite a lot of life here. And we're at 2 life. Board wipe. That's exactly what we needed. Do I want to transform? Good question. Do we have enough to tap? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Now, admittedly, I didn't need it to come in untapped, but would have been really nice. And then we can craft with artifact. Since our gnome already died previously, we can craft from the graveyard. Now all he can do right now is just draw a card. Then we've got a nice little... Nope, another board wipe. I'm actually totally fine with it. Alright, well that's nothing too scary. Okay, what do we want to do? Let's draw a card for each artifact we control. That's amazing. Got some life gain. Got some land. Oh, we already had our land drop for the turn. Now if I drop this, that will leave us with 3 mana only, so I'm not gonna do anything. Tough choice. Got my Stone Weak Stone. I'll actually keep it for now, because we don't need to do anything. Do I want a board wipe? No, I don't. So let's just cast this. Let's use up our removal, I guess. And this is actually a huge waste of removal, but I put in hand. I don't know. I guess we'll discard a land. We've got both of our Sunfalls in our hand now, and our opponent knows about them. Oh, good game. Yep, didn't even get to meld. That's a shame. Yeah, I mean, we had everything going for us. I mean, he used up everything he had. That's just your average mono black deck. That's how it goes. It has some removal, some big scary creatures, and then it just draws land. It doesn't seem to have much card draw. At least not this guy. He didn't seem to have anything to draw him cards at all. He just had 2 Shieldreds. And we had everything. We in fact had to discard. Yeah, I mean, that was a good game. Okay, now to our next game. Interesting hand. I'll keep it. We've got braided net. Got early way to get some life gain and a land. And we're playing against blue fairies. Fairy tribal. Alright, well, here's our little land. I'm definitely gonna eat that. very tribal. No, he passed the turn, so we can expect Fairy Mastermind. He's gonna counter that? No? Okay. He's taking his sweet time. Just drop your Fairy Mastermind, everybody knows about it already. Not even a surprise. Demir. Well, I don't want him attacking me, so... let's minimize the damage while we can. Now, thankfully, grabbing this land is actually not drawing a card, so Fairy Mastermind does not trigger. But he can pay 4 mana to draw a card, and he'll draw 2 extra cards. He had some kind of stick, so he had some kind of interaction. I don't know what it was, though. Well, he's gonna take away our sweeper. That's a shame. Elish Norn. Wow. I mean, I guess we go for the sweeper. He probably has a counterspell, though. Yeah. I am definitely not going to be able to pay all of that off. A really weird counterspell. So I would have to pay 4 mana to, you know, actually proc it all. Okay, this has ward too, so I'm not going to be able to use my braided net on it, but... another one. I guess that's why he took the... took Elish Norn instead. What do we do? Let's try to get rid of one of his creatures at least. And he's got another counterspell. No? Okay. I'm only happier with that. He's gonna make us draw a card, and he's gonna go draw 2 cards, I think. Yep. Got us a Fabrication Ponder, I guess. Yeah, Fairy Mastermind is just an annoying card. Our opponent's taking a sweet time. Come on. Shieldred. Wow, okay. What is this guy playing? He names Fairy on here. And then has Shieldred, a bat. Okay, you do you, buddy. Oh, we've got a big plays. Let's play that first, actually, because if it does get countered, we've got at least 4 mana. Yep, he's counting. I am totally fine with that. Auto pay. Does he have another counter? He sure does. Wow. I mean, this guy is just annoying beyond anything. Anything. I mean, he's got so many. Another counter spell. Why not? Wow. This guy is the reason like I struggle to have fun in this game. Lovely. And then we can play our Fabrication Foundry. Now, I could have crafted our Braided Net to get some little bit of card draw, but I'm not gonna do that yet. And this is a counter spell for anything unless we pay 2. So let's start putting on some pressure. He has some sort of stick, so it's either Fairy Mastermind, another one, or he's gonna create a token to block. Oh, he just fairy fencing with this guy. Okay. Sure. I will craft the artifact in that case. And since this is already in our graveyard, and then draw a card. Alright. I am content with that. He's got only a counter spell. He can literally do nothing. He does know about our Urza. Let's get the max value. Drop Elishnorn. He's gonna try counter it, I guess. Really no point. Now the reason I'm saying max value is because once my Stone Weak Stone enters, it's going to be really, really good. And then Clayfire Bricks. If he counters this, that will be funny. Yeah, he doesn't. Now look at that, double proc. Love the lands. Oh yeah, give me that. Now Fabrication Foundry, he actually might counter, so I'm not gonna drop it. Because he will probably recognize that it's ramp. It's got no man lands. Yep. Get out. Get out. You're far behind. Come on now. Like, this is all you did this entire game. Counter a spell, counter a spell, counter a spell. Kill my creature, and then just drop some really crappy cards. I mean, Fairy Mastermind, really? And then a Shield Red? Like, come on, you're in Diamond. What deck are you playing, man? Love it. Love it when love to see people like this lose, honestly. Alright. We got our 4th game going. Got turn 1, got turn 2, got turn 3 and 4. Wow, this hand looks promising. Now just don't draw Portal to Phyrexia, which, keep in mind, is actually a one-off in this entire goddamn deck. Oh yeah, we have a sideboard, by the way, which is like for best of 3, really, but it's so mediocre. It's absolutely not thought out. I put 0 effort into it. Just some creature to grab our artifacts from the graveyard, and then some graveyard hate as Soulless Jailer. But honestly, if somebody's gonna play this in best of three, oh, somebody's gonna play this in best of three, I think they're better off using other things. Do I want to gain some life? Not yet. I think a little bit of ramp will be nicer. And then next turn, if we didn't hit our land drop, we can just hit it with Clayfire Bricks. We did in fact hit our land drop, but you know, I guess let's just play it all out. Is he gonna counter it? You're gonna counter it. Really? Oh my god. This guy. Wow, I've been playing against people who just counter whatever they see. Like, what is this? Island cycling. He's playing, like, really weird things. Is he gonna use Demolition Field to blow up my Hall of Taxon? Oh no, watch out, I'm gonna make a Power Stone token. Jeez. He's looking at it. Yeah, blow it up. Go on. There we go. Yep. Wow. Sure, I'll take a blue. Yeah, wow. That whole Taxon must have really scared him. That I couldn't even activate. Got Fabrication Foundry in our graveyard. Don't want to bring him back. No. Because Fabrication Foundry allows you to exile other artifacts. Okay, Portal to Pharynx, yeah. Not good. We're stuck. Stuck on 4 lands and Fabrication Foundry. No. That's not good. Right, that's kind of bad. Okay. Now I'm gonna draw some cards. And I'll discard this. A sweeper. I don't think we need it right now. I hope we won't need it later either. Planeswalker. So this guy's like, is it, something? I'm gonna drop my own Chimmel, but he's gonna counter it for sure. So instead I'm gonna make him counter the Get Lost. No counter. Quintorius, just like, look at this guy. It's an elephant and he sounds like a, I don't know, 20-year-old or something. He's gonna counter it. He's gonna counter Spring-Loaded Saw Blades. Watch, I'm pretty much tapped out. Watch this, he's looking at his hand. Yep, he's gonna say, yep, he's gonna channel. I was gonna say cycle. Woohoo, Soul Blades. How are these people in Diamond, honestly? He just got a bunch of island cycling and for channeling of like thing. I don't know, man. I have no clue what this guy's doing. Let's head all end drop, I guess. Oh, wow, no stick. Did you guys see that? That's great. That's our perfect time to drop our own Chimmel. And we had a Sunfall. Not great. I've got both of our Sunfalls. Let's go. Tally. Wow. He's got my 1000 Moon Smithy, man. That's not fair. Aw, man, he's got to get lost too. And what did he exile from his side? If you want to kill my gnome, go for it. Thanks. Thank you. Oh, that thing makes such a nasty noise. Oh my god. Now what? He's got a Sokens on? Okay. I'm confused what his deck is supposed to do. Well, whatever. Yeah, let's go. Fabrication Foundry. We're so far ahead of him on the board. Oh, he doesn't even have access to Farewell, but I guess he wouldn't be able to. Oh, Trumpton Carnosaur. Okay. And there goes your entire deck. Okay. I mean, you tell me. No witnesses right now. Looks fire. Or Eternal Wanderer. Because we can just blink our Portal to Fyrax and he's gonna sacrifice all of it. What creature do I want to bring back? Tally. I will decline on Chimmel because I already have one. Sure, what about? How's Moon Smithy? Combat. Attack. No. Not gonna kill it. Alright, well. Let's put an upkeep stop. Put that in hand. We can take care of his Chimmel. And let's just, you know, disable that. That Chimmel is not hitting anything. Just got a bunch of mana and whatnot, but that's not gonna help him. Now, honestly, I should drop Elishnorn so that all of his ETB effects just flat out get disabled. But I, I feel like it's not necessary right now, since we want to like control the board at any moment. He can just drop a ton of creatures. Ooh, okay, all right. But he just, I don't know what he's doing. This guy's weird. Wow, did I just win 3 games in a row? That's great. Okay, so for closing thoughts, this deck definitely performs absolutely extraordinary in the current meta, and unfortunately the rank gets reset now in about a day, so it will be a little bit tough to climb up the ranks again. I'm currently in Diamond something, whatever. So you saw some of like more interesting games this time. I don't know why, but in Diamond we just saw a bunch of weird decks that I've personally never seen before. This deck really performs nicely. It it really has a lot of artifact synergies. I'm sorry for everybody who wanted to see Urza get flipped and you know, get that Planeswalker Urza Planeswalker gameplay, right? But unfortunately, I don't think there was any good timing for it. There was just always something going on that we needed to take care of. The constant board wipes, constant removal from mono black, or pressure from the board. You know, it's unfortunate that Urza doesn't come as a planeswalker on its own, and we have to meld it with Mightstone, Weakstone. It's a lot of steps to it. It's not as simple as just drawing Eternal Wanderer and dropping it. So yeah, that's a shame. But you know, once you do flip him, he's an amazing planeswalker. I would arguably one of the best planeswalkers out there, in standard at least. Um, but yeah, we celebrated and put in a lot of work. We've seen Simulacrum Synthesizer and Thousand Moon Smithy to put in some work. Fabrication Foundry put in some great work. Elish Norn, Portal to Phyrexia definitely put in some work. Overall, an amazing deck, I would say, and definitely one that I would recommend trying out if you have the necessary cards. Now, as usual, I will post the deck list in my description under the video, so go ahead, check it out. Maybe you can craft it, maybe you don't need to craft it, maybe you already have all these cards, maybe you want to change some things up a little bit and see how that works out for you. And outside of the, closing thoughts on the deck, I have some closing thoughts for the video overall. I've tried new settings for my audio, so please do guys let me know how my audio sounded throughout the video. Uh, did it sound better than the last one? I sure hope it did. In my opinion, it certainly does sound better. It sounds a little cleaner in my opinion, but do let me know. And let me know what kind of decks you want me to play with next time. I mean, I'm all open to suggestions. Unfortunately, last suggestion I got was band control, and oh my god, me and my friends have been trying our best to make band control a viable strategy, but unfortunately, I just don't see how it's possible. I just don't. I mean, green just does not have a lot of, rather, band just does not have a lot of support like that right now in current standard format. Uh, Maybe in the future there'll be something new released, or maybe in the future me and my friends will cook something new up, but for now, all we've seen that's viable is it's not like a basic, band control deck, I guess, is just not has not been working out very well. What we've managed to accomplish at best was get the basic Azorius control shell and add some green cards, and it's I just don't think it's It's a deck worth my time to record a video and post it for you guys to just look at it and be like, wow, this deck is actually garbage. So, but yeah, besides that, do let me know in the comments what kind of deck you want me to play with next. Would you like to see more of this deck? Would you like to see some iterations or variations of this deck? I mean, I don't mind. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.